Hello again, students. This video that I'm making right now is going to show you guys how to do your math activities for Monday, April 6th, day 1 of your NTI instruction. So if you missed the first video that talks about reading and kind of where to find these materials in your packet, you might want to go back and watch that one first, okay? Today for math, you're going to be starting a new skill, something that we haven't worked on a lot in 3rd grade. We're going to work on telling time. But this is something that you've learned a lot in 1st and 2nd grade. So you should have a lot of background knowledge about telling time. So even though we haven't worked on it a lot this year, it should be something that is familiar to you from your previous grades at Deep Springs, okay? In 1st grade, you learned how to tell time to the nearest hour. In 2nd grade, you learned how to tell time to the nearest 5 minutes. In 3rd grade, we're just taking it one step further and learning how to tell time to the nearest minute, okay? So in your checklist, you're going to find your math activities at the top. Today, for your math, the only thing that you have to complete is this worksheet. There's a front and a back, and this came straight from your math workbooks that we use at school. We just copied it for you guys. We're going to work on learning how to tell time, and learning how to tell time is a very important skill that you're going to need to know for the rest of your life. I have a little clock here, and you guys had a mini clock in your materials, in your Ziploc baggie of materials. So you guys can use your clock to help you as you are remembering, kind of jogging your memory about how to tell time. When we're looking at a clock, the little hand, that little hand is the hour hand. That tells us what hour it is. And the longer hand is the minute hand. It tells us the minutes, okay? So I'm going to make a time here on the clock. On the back of your all's clock, you should have a little knob too, and that's how you can turn the hands on the clock, okay? So let's look here at, for example, this time on the clock. The hour hand, the little hand, tells me what hour we are on, okay? So right now, the little hand is on the hour of 2 o'clock. You're going to look for the hour, what is it on or just past? It might be a little past the number, but the hour is whatever it's on or just past, okay? So right now at this clock, the hour is 2. For your minute hand, you're going to start at the top. You're going to start at the 12. You can see that it goes around the clock in increments of 5 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Because there are 60 minutes in an hour. You're going to start at the top. And if you want to know how many minutes there are, you can count by 5s, okay, until you get to where the minute hand is. This minute hand, it is right on the 5. So the time on this clock is 2:05, okay? Let's try a different one though. Let's say we've got this time, okay? This is when I said earlier, the hour hand, what is it on or just past? You can see your hour hand here, the short hand is actually not on the 3, but it's just past the 3. It's not to the 4 yet. So when we look at the hour, we say, what is it on or just past? So the hour here, it is 3 o'clock. To find the minutes, you're going to start at the top, you're going to start at the 12, and you're going to count by 5s until you get to the minute hand. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So the time on this clock is 3:30. Okay? Both of those times were times to the nearest 5, which you should remember from 2nd grade. Let's look at if we take it to a time that is not ending in a 5. Let's try this time. So first we want to see what is the hour. We're going to look at the little hand, the hour hand. What is it on or just past? Well, it's not on the 4. It's not to the 5 yet. It is just past the 4. So the hour here is 4 o'clock. For our minutes, we're going to start at the 12. We're going to count by 5s until we get to the nearest 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, but we're not to 40 yet. So now I have to count those teeny tiny tick marks. Those are the minutes. 35, 36, 37, 38. So the time on this clock is 4:38. You can practice making some times on your clock, working with someone in your family to practicing if you can tell that time, and then you can work on your worksheet here, okay? You're going to see some digital clocks on there also that looks like this. This is what we see in the hallways at school, on phones, on the computer. Those are digital clocks. So that's just a different way of looking at the time, okay? If you guys get stuck or need more explanation, I'm going to post a little YouTube video in the comments that you can watch to help you, or your family members can give me a call, okay?